Well, hello everybody. My name's Amy. Welcome to my channel. This is my very first video, and we're going to be playing The Sims 3 today. I've chosen to do the Completionist LEPacy as kind of like my first trial go. I figured it would be a good, shall we say, a good tryout for essentially what is going to be a run through of each and every pack in the game. Of course, we're going to start in Sunset Valley, which is my personal favorite town because it has just everything. But of course, right, we win some, you lose some. And here are the basic rules of the first generation. So there's going to be as many generations as there are expansion packs. In total, let me check on the side. We have 12 generations, so from base game to into the future. We're gonna start with good old base game, right? We're not gonna rush. Here is our rules for base game. We have to live in Sunset Valley, our good girl. We start on an empty lot with 0 simoleons. We complete our Sims lifetime wish. We max out a job, max out a skill, complete one of the skill challenges from said skills, become best friends with someone outside of our household, make an enemy, visit all the community lots in town, take all the classes, have a ghost baby. That one is not exactly a necessity. We can have a ghost baby in Supernatural. We need to buy out a property, tour all the venues, go see a movie at the cinema, attend a game and a concert at the stadium, get a massage, facial, salon, body treatments, and a package at the spa, eat, get drinks, and eat outside at a restaurant. Should be pretty easy. Donate insects to the science lab. Again, they don't say how many, so we could just donate one. And a special requirement that if our sim is a secret agent, we need to have them raid the criminal hideout. So this all sounds like a great start. I'm just going to hop into Sunset Valley. I'll pick you guys back up when we get there. And we are back. Welcome to Sunset Valley, everybody. So of course this is our beautiful town. And if we're wondering about any mods that I'm playing with today, of course we're going to have the NROS. So Master Controller, Traveler, Woohooer, everything of the sort. We also have the Deep Conversations mod for that added spice and randomness. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a sim. Now I'm going to do this off camera because it might take me a little while, but I'll pick you guys back up right here. Alrighty, and we're back. So this is the sim we're going to be going with. Her name is Marilyn Fortune. She is entirely base game and CC. So let me just walk you through her outfits, her personality, and our goals for her. So this is her everyday. We went for a little bit of sailor chic combined with a little bit of Empire waist that was popular in the 2000s, yes. This specifically came from either the Roaring Heights or one of the paid Sim Points packs that came with it. Not entirely sure. This is her formal outfit. Give it a bit of time to load. It is still The Sims 3. And let us see. Here we are. I went for a darker green. Again, this is CC. I'm not sure if this is a Sims 3 store piece or if this was downloaded by a Sims 3 CC creator. Either way, very beautiful. Sleepwear. Now for her sleepwear, I, again, did not hold myself to the Sims 3 clothes because genuinely I think they might offend me into an early grave. So we went for a CC set. This was originally converted from The Sims 4, so it's a 4:3 conversion. Same thing for Athletic. Athletic is a conversion of one of the Sims 4 kits. I think it's Throwback Fit Kit. Either way, I think it suits her. And then we finally have the swimwear, so yes, no cold weather, of course. And again, CC for the glasses, CC for the swimsuit. There you go. And let us see her personality. Now, a lot of the personality traits are not here because we're playing base game only. But here's what she does have. She has the dislikes children trait, the hopeless romantic, charismatic, workaholic, and flirty trait. So what I had chosen was CEO of a mega corporation, and my plans for this Marilyn is marry rich. Marry rich, not for love. Maybe have a few lovers on the side. And she doesn't like kids, of course. She's going to have a nanny or a babysitter at the very least. And have a very hands-off approach. Maybe that's why her kid is going to go on adventures whenever possible afterwards. Who knows? Her favorite color is pink. She likes pop music. She has a favorite fruit as fruit parfait. She is voice number 3 in the pretty high pitch. And she is a Scorpio. So this is our sim, Marilyn Fortune. We're going to be playing as the Fortune Legacy now. So let's jump into the game. We don't have any other sim. We don't have any pets. Of course, we don't have pets. And as the rules of the game stipulated, we are going to choose an empty lot. Now, do we want one up here? Very far away? Considering she's going to be in the CEO business career, we're going to want to stay close to the city center. Doesn't mean we're going to have to... We can't move away if we don't want to. But I think these properties have a very, very nice view. So I think I'm going to choose either 130 or 180. We're going to choose 130. They're both the same price. It doesn't really matter, but this is what I want. So let's head on straight in. Alrighty, and we are back. So, of course, the first prompt I have is the Welcome to Enra's Story Progression mod. We're going to want this progression, of course. We are not going to delete the homeless. Okay, we keep them. This is Welcome to Deep Conversation for The Sims 3 by Victor 8. We are going to keep that. We want that. This is essentially game. Oh, and look at that. So because of this lot, we have the beautiful Vista, which is a permanent plus 20 mood on this lot, which is again why I would have really, really, really wanted to see here. So it looks perfect. We already have our first wish, which is to join the business career. So here we go. Let's join it. And as the rules of the game indicate, we start on an empty lot with 0. So let me just do testing cheats enabled true. And we're going to do money 0. Oh, I forgot. I don't play The Sims 3 often enough to remember anymore. So give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to go see what the cheat is. Alrighty, so I'm a bit dumb. It was family funds. Family funds 0. I think that should tick us over. Yes, we have a few errors. That's okay. We're not a hybrid. There are no hybrids. I took a screenshot by accident. Never mind. Family funds 0. Never mind. Family funds fortune 0. There we go. So now that we have our empty lot with $0, apart from, of course, our little mailbox and our trash can, it's time to get started. So one, we're going to want to keep in the background that we're going to complete our lifetime wish as fast as possible. We're probably going to have kids a little bit later, maybe in the adult life stage. But all we're going to want to do now is go to the business. Where is business again? There it is, the towers. And we're going to join business. we're gonna go there by taxi, and while we're there, we're gonna go check out some of the community lots because we need to get them off of our list. And again, as fast as possible because Sunset Valley has a lot of community lots. And we don't want to get caught out at the end without having had them done. So if you're wondering why my settings look like this, it's because I'm on the lowest graphical settings when it comes to loading lots. I'm at 1 lot loading. And essentially what that does, it helps with performance. And sure, it looks kind of ugly, but for the moment it works, so we're going to keep it. Now, available jobs. Business, coffee courier at 27 simoleons an hour from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. If that doesn't sound like a job I'd want to have, I don't know what is. The bustling halls of the business office need quick-thinking Sims to make it to the next level. The boardroom values strong office relationships, the right attitude, and the ability to hold productive meetings. We're going to accept the career. And I heard a noise. She likes her boss. Oh god, okay. So, congratulations, Marilyn just got a new job. Marilyn needs to be at the Dewpeas corporate towers at 8 a.m. on Monday. Marilyn's boss is Nick Alto. Having a good relationship with your boss never hurts. And then Nick Alto, the famous, are you always in this good of a mood? I would love to hang out and get to know you better. So we already have the rich man. She already has the trait to want to work at home and to throw a party. We can do that. We're going to need to throw parties anyway. But here's our boss, Nick Alto. Is Nick Alto at work today? Probably. But let's invite him out. You know what? Because we are going to do this as quickly as we can. We're going to go to Central Park. Right? Get to know you. We don't have money to take him out on a dinner date anyway. So let's just see. It's Sunday. He shouldn't be at work. Oh, he doesn't want to. Never mind. Okay. So, first date offered. We got rejected. That's always fun. No matter. Okay, we won't let that get us down. What we need right now is money. Because we don't have a bed, we don't have a toilet, we don't have anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go look around for some dumpsters. There we go. And we're going to go dumpster diving. I know Marilyn's a fabulous lady, as you can see, with a fabulous job. But Marilyn is unfortunately unfabulously broke right now. So dumpster diving it is. We could have the hope of getting bugs, objects, random stuff nobody really likes or wants, but we can sell. And it is going to take a while. We're not going to the bookstore. You don't have money. Okay? So now she wants to learn the charisma skill and read a book about charisma, which we can do. Right, that's always a possibility. We can go to the library and do that. Ooh, we found a clock. Very nice. I think it's a wall clock, actually. And... why is she already in 19 days aged up? What I'm going to do is I'm going to give us as much time as possible. Okay, it's not letting me select her, is it? Yeah, okay. No problem. We're going to wait until she's done. And she found a rug. Very nice. Okay, now she wants to buy a shower. You're not buying a shower, girl. You are not buying a shower. Give me 2 seconds. I just fudged up my game. Come on. Okay. You can do it. No, okay. I'm going to be playing on my second screen because I touched the borderless mode and now it doesn't want to respond anymore, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. we're just going to be looking at the side. Let me just move a little. We're going to need to do, we are going to go to the library. And where is the library? Okay. So now we're going to go to the library. Just need to find it on the map. It's this one, Papyrus Memorial Library. So let's go visit it. She's going to be stinking up the place, right? She's stinky, she's nauseous, and of course she's not having a great time in life. I'm gonna call this the Fortune LEPacy and save our game. Of course, with NROS we have the autosave every 30 minutes, which is very important, even though I've only been recording for 17. So let's just keep going until we hit 30. Alrighty, it took a while to load, but we're back. And again, back to the library. We're just going to be reading. We are essentially going to try to give our girl, Marilyn, her best life possible. Is it going to be possible? I don't know. See, he's already... Simus Bachelor, he's already angry with us because we stink. Like, I get it. Look, nobody likes a stinky person, but come on, dude. Cut a girl some slack, you know? Let's see, now, libraries in The Sims 3 work differently than libraries in The Sims 4. So every kind of bookshelf holds a different kind of book. And what we're going to want to do is find the one that holds the skill books. There we go. And we're going to want to pick Charisma. And we're going to be reading for a while. At least... Okay, stop doing this. At least until she gets her shit in order, you know? Let's see. We also have... Excuse me? Okay. Everybody is waiting for this specific bookshelf. Very well, you can go to this one. Go get this. We also have... She's called Bachelor, right? We have Bella Bachelor. We're gonna take a bit of a screenshot of her. There you go. Looks a bit crusty, but it's fine. But she's not the subject of today's video. Maybe we'll play with Bella if we have a son that ends up marrying her. I don't know. But alright, what we're gonna want to do, what I want to do before that... Oh, it's really not letting me select her. Okay. No problem then. I'll just do that next episode. Go. And she's just going to be reading for a foreseeable future. And usually what I would do if I had a sim in the library, I would have them join the dating app. But the dating app comes with season. Pretty sure either seasons or generations. So it's not here. Right? But she does have the option to work from home, even though she's not home. So thank you being a workaholic for that. We're going to read until her skill improves. And she's going to vomit. Never mind. She's going to vomit. Go puke. There you go. Nasty, nasty sounds. But that's okay. We can handle it. Go back to reading it, please, and just... read until it improves. Don't stop. You're not even gonna eat. And she wants to flirt. Well, get some of the wishes you have first out of the way, and then you'll flirt. Go. She wanted to read a book, so she read. She's well read, you know. She's a classy lady that's well read and kind of stinky. I know, that happens to all of us. Okay, calm down, calm down. She wants to use a charming introduction. We can do that. We can definitely do that. Fortune just grasped the basics of charisma. She'll always remember that moment where it started to come together. I'm glad to know that. Marilyn is ready for the lifestyle of fantastic conversations, becoming a socialite of renown, and ways of knowing the right thing to say. To become more charismatic, Marilyn will constantly need to get out and socialize with Sims in the neighborhood. That's fun. Jamie, Jolena, and the Busters, whatever. We don't care about them. They're not our people. So she wants to use our charming introduction. I can do that. Here's Cyclone Sword. Cyclone Sword being one of the... Oh goodness. It's not actually letting me interact with anything. Okay. Never mind. I'm going to cut for a few seconds and I'll be right back. And we are back. So sorry for the delay. I just had to reset absolutely everything in the game, as you can see here, because I had a feeling that was the problem. But I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna need to check that right now. If I click on Marilyn... No, it's not allowing me. Okay. Alrighty, and I'm back. I just reset the game. Hopefully that works. Because if not, then I have absolutely no idea how to click on anybody, and thus how to interact, which would be quite concerning. Right, so let's see. Can I click on you? Or am I allowed? No. Woohoo errors. Goodness gracious, what happened? Okay. So, right. Selecting. Not working. Alright. That's fun. It makes for a very, very, very bad first episode, let's say. This is the saver. Let's see. No, it doesn't work. Alright, then what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to have to do some troubleshooting on the side, and to make up for that, I'll just have to film another episode. Well, hello again. It's the second day of real life, not The Sims. As you can see, we're still on Sunday, 2:47 p.m. I decided that since my issues were too big to ignore, I would eventually just forego the idea of the second episode and just record more for the first. That way, I'm not depriving you of anything. And here we are with Marilyn's crazy eyes. Love that for you. I did have to take a few mods out. Turns out that was the issue. I forgot I had a few Supernatural mods, and because Supernatural is uninstalled, well, caused some issues. As you can see right now, we have the Fulbright mod. I'm not entirely sure of the full name. I'll put it in the description later. Essentially, it just helps with the lighting, makes it look better, makes it look more realistic. I'm not complaining. I like it. We're gonna keep it. So, where were we last time? Right. We want to boo our boss, use a charming introduction, and work from home. Well, we're not going to be able to do a lot of that, but what we can do is, because we're home, we can find a discounted class. There you go. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to check the buy mode. These are the two items that we found while dumpster diving, so we're going to sell them, obviously. And we have 135 simoleons to our name. So not enough for a bed, not enough for a bath, not even enough for a beyond. But that's okay. Okay, our fancy lady is just going to have to deal with sleeping on benches for now, and that's alright. At least we have the beautiful vista, right? This trait is a lifesaver. And fishing classes are discounted today. Okay. Fishing classes, I think, are in the science building. Let me see where it is. It's right here. Logic. No, okay. It might be supermarket. Yeah, so 320. We don't have enough. Obviously. We are short a few hundred, I'd say. And we have only until the end of the day. What we might do is we might actually go to the beach instead, because we still have the goal, you know, in the background to visit every community lot. So we're just gonna get working on that, you know? She's giving RBF really badly, but we love that. We love an icon. So yeah, I really like Sunset Valley. I think I like it a lot because I played the most in it. Because for a long time, I had no packs. So maybe that's why I'm fond of it, you know, because I feel like I have everything around, you know, and that's okay. I mean, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Like, what is your guys' favorite town? I know Bridgeport is a close second for me. I really like Bridgeport. I'd like Isla Paradiso more if there wasn't such a big routing issue when it came to the taxi boats. But you know, to each their own, right? A few of those worlds have problems, a few don't. Essentially, we pick and choose our battles, and we try our best to make do with what we have. So now we are in beautiful Sunset Valley. We're going to make do with it. We are going to play it to its fullest potential. And we're going to also hope that Marilyn is not going to die an unfortunately early death. Because that does happen, right? Sometimes you might have a sim just croak on you. Not that I'd want that, you know? I think I'd want Marilyn to live a long time. Alright, let's see. I want you to start fishing because now we harvest. Oh, and Nick is not our boss anymore. Okay, he left because of story progression. Well, never mind, we don't have a rich man anymore. What I was going to say was that I wanted to start fishing. There you go. Just to get the skill up, you know, see what she has a natural affinity to, what she likes most. And also she's hungry, so we need to fish up some food, you know, before she starves to death. And we get a ghost. Yeah, it's a peaceful day today. And if you could have noticed, right, I did reset her age counter because we started at 19 days, and I thought, that's not entirely fair. So I wanted to give us a bit more of a shot at life with more days. And honestly, I don't think it's that bad. Right, resetting the days. That's usually what I do anyway when starting a new game. So this is just essentially what we're doing. She wants to catch a record-sized anchovy. And she's obviously disappointed by what she caught, but that's fine. Marilyn just caught a new type of fish. Marilyn caught a normal anchovy weighing 0.1 kilogram, worth at least $5. And she wants to buy a fridge. You know what? We'll give it to her. Essentially, what I'm going to try to do is fulfill all the wishes that she has in her little wish bar. Whenever they come by. So now she has the throw a party. She wants to work from home, use the charming introduction, and buy a fridge. Before taking any other wishes, we're going to try and go for those. Right. And we are definitely hungry. So we're going to start fishing. We're going to stop fishing and we're going to go here. And we can't even like cook with those, right? There's no fish dogs? No fish and chip? No? Okay. Well, we'll go for the tofu dogs because they're cheaper. Right? And we love cheap right now. That's all we could ask for. So let's just make some tofu dogs. And we burnt them. We spent $11 to burn our food. Absolutely wonderful. Okay. You're eating that. I know there's a picnic behind you, but you're eating that. How dare you waste food? That's so mean. Listen, she's got to learn her lot in life. And, you know, if you burn your food, you burn your food. You're just gonna have to eat it. We're gonna come nap on the long chairs. Because, again, we don't have a bed. So... Oops. I meant to do this. There you go. I don't want to have the UI in my pictures. No, you're coming to sleep. You're sleeping on a public lot, you know? Do we have any benches? I know they get more on benches. No, but perhaps in the park. So let's go check that. Let's go visit the Central Park. Not the Central Park from New York, but, you know, Central Park from Sunset Valley. Sim Nation, I guess? No, it's not Sim City. It's a nation, I suppose. But there you go. We have a bench, and I think this one does count for sleeping at a public space. I did disable memories, right? Right. We have a few because I didn't disable them before, but I did disable them now because they are going to lag the game incredibly hard, and we don't want that. So let's just do that. At least now she's not stinky anymore, right? Because we had to reset the game. And, right, we had to reset the game, try to fix the error of not being able to click on her or on any sim. And now that it's fixed, right, we still had to reset. So her mood was entirely reset. Her hygiene was better. And I reset her day. So technically, I did cheat a little bit, but it was because of technical issues. So I'm going to give myself a pass. I am the one playing this challenge. So, you know, I get to make the rules. That's fun. That's always fun. And it is now 6 a.m. She's going to have work in an hour. We're at the park. We're not home. So, you know, we're fine. Come fish. Yeah, no, we're not paying to have a fish mounted anyway. That's not gonna happen. We're right next to work, so what's gonna happen is we're just gonna fish for a little while and then go to work. And I am going to sell these. Fantastic. Stop fishing, go to work. Come on. As you can see, work was right there. We're power working. It's what she does. She does it best. That's her environment. So you know what? Let's let her deal with it. We're just gonna skip forward in the day. If we have any events, we'll read them. If not, I'll just catch you guys later. And we are back. So it is now 2 p.m. Marilyn is done with work. Marilyn has left work. Marilyn has earned 147 simoleons today. So good job. We might be able to afford a fridge. And I will let her take the car back home. Right? It's not legal. Sure, she doesn't have a home, but that's fine. We'll build her one soon. What we're gonna check is this. We're gonna check the classes because that's always good. Guitar classes are discounted today. Not necessarily what we want. And what about events? Let's try to read the events. And then afterwards, I'm gonna start planting everything we've got. And because we don't have seasons, we don't need to plant them indoors. We don't need to have planter pots for them. We can just plant them in the ground and it'll be fine. There you go. There you go. There you go. And there you go. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to plant everything. By everything, I literally mean everything. Because we might be able to get some extra money from that. Okay, there you go. I'm just gonna click all of these first. Because I thought it would be automatic. Oh, okay. We can't plant the lamps yet. That's fine. Just put them in my inventory then. Alright, so events. We have the eating contest. The Gastronomy Club is holding an eating contest at the local restaurant. Diners of all ages are invited to test their stomachs against the best the town has to offer. They could come away with lots of simoleons if they win. Ooh. Wednesday from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Hogan's Deep Fried Diner. We also have the chess tournament. The local Society for a Smarter Tomorrow is holding a chess tournament at the local community lot. They want to empower all Sims that endeavor to make themselves better at logic. In order to help things along, they are offering a cash reward. Tuesday from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Central Park. Okay, so we have 2 events that already are promising us a lot of money, which is fantastic. Let's see. Yep, that was it. So I think we might be able to participate in the Wednesday event. That one seems like the most feasible for us to do. Let's see. And there you go. We also did get a new boss because Nick Alto quit his job at the business career and became a criminal. So now our new boss is Nancy Landgrab. Some of you may know her from The Sims 4. Boss Babe, right? Boss Babe, the original. So that's who we're working under, right? We have a very unfashionable outfit, but we deal. We don't have a choice, you know? It's kind of like uniforms. We don't have a choice. What's the cheapest fridge? I can't even afford the cheapest fridge. Never mind. You're not getting a fridge. What I can do, however, is have you work from home and do a charming introduction. So, in the previous part, if you remember, I did say that she could work from home from the library, thanks to the workaholic trait, which is absolutely fantastic. We'll have her read a book, we'll have her get her fun up, whatever, and just generally relax, you know? She shouldn't stress. Her life should be easy. Let's just read a quick book to get her fun up. Oops, someone farted. That's fun. You want to buy a bed? Well, we haven't dealt with your previous wishes yet. She does have a call, so we're gonna answer that. Her fun is up anyway, so that should be fine. Okay, we have an opportunity. We love opportunities. This is called Allow Me to Introduce Myself. You're quite the charmer, or you might be with a little more effort. Now that you've learned a thing or two about charisma, you should try a charming introduction on a stranger. Your relationship can improve with the right introduction. Our objective is use charming introduction on a stranger to improve our relationship, and our reward is simply improved relationship. I will accept, because we did have that as one of our wishes. So let's do this. Is anybody not reading? Is anybody just being a little bit of a stinker? No. We have Vita, we have Dustin Langerak, Judy, Susan, Kaylin. Okay. No, we don't want Kaylin. You have Ileana and Boyd. Okay, we have a little bit of a silver fox, but not what we're looking for. So let's make friends with Ileana Langerak.
Marzak, Welky Benzi Chibna, Luby, Darsna, well, Kudra, Renskazi, Gerslami, Tutlazi, Nizukota, Mizikaza, Aznami. Oh.
And she was super impressed. So that worked. That is fantastic. Thank you, Ileana Langerak. We appreciate your effort in actually helping us advance our skill and maybe get more opportunities that get us money, which is the most important thing on Earth. Go. And we're almost done. When she's gonna be done with the book, we'll wash our hands a few times. And I do not think there are any sofas here. There's armchairs, but armchairs are armchairs, you know. Oh no, there is one. Okay, here we go. So we'll have her nap here. You're almost done. There you go. She's just washing up quickly so she's not stinking up the space. Right? Because that's the kind of last thing we want to do. Let's be a bad neighbor. We'll use the toilet. And then we'll go to sleep. Ileana, you're gonna need to get off of that though. Perfect. Don't even give her the time of day. Just snap. There you go. Ileana has a home. She can go back home. Okay? We're homeless. We're gonna need to sleep on the bench. And thank God Sunset Valley has such an open community that you can sleep on a bench in the library and be fine. Right? We love socialism. Nap? Keep napping. I didn't tell you to stop. There you go. She's really hungry. I'm sorry, babe. I'm really, really sorry, but you're gonna have to be hungry for a little longer. You can eat at work, okay? You can eat at work. You can do that. No, go back to bed. There you go. There we go. Perfect. Go to work. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get a little bit of time ahead. Yes, yes, I know. You're hungry and you're stinky. I get it. We're all going through that, okay? That was just me yesterday. You're gonna live, okay? You have a job. You can go to work, get some money. See, it already took her an hour to get to work, so that was fun. But she's gonna get her bladder, her social need up. Her hunger, she's gonna get it up by midday, which is going to be noon, approximately. Her hygiene, she's not gonna get back, unfortunately. We're going to have to get a shower or go to the gym. We could go to the gym. And there you go. Hunger is back up. Her stress is going, but she should be fine for the moment. So let's just do that. Okay, we have a new opportunity. Hospital delivery. The board has drafted a report on quarterly revenue earning potential for their business partners at the hospital. Quickly deliver this report to the hospital and your superior will make sure you're giving a compensatory raise. I see $signs. I see yes. We accept. We're going to go deliver the dossier after work. Go. And she's almost done. 3, 2, 1. There you go. So Marilyn has left work. She earned 161 today. Good. She wants to meet someone new. We can absolutely do that. You might not make a good impression, but we can make someone new. There you go. It's not going to take too long. The opportunity takes about an hour-ish. And yeah, let's chat. Oh, never mind. It took 30 seconds. No chatting back. Let's read this. Your delivery was timely and much appreciated by the company's partners at the hospital. It's nice to know we can trust you with important tasks. Here's a raise to thank you for your time. Marilyn's hard work and effort has really paid off to the tune of a permanent extra 1 simoleon raise per hour. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's so low. We're gonna go report to whomever gave us the mission of the charming introduction, which I'm pretty sure might be go buy its Kofi. Okay. No problem.
Get a note.
You introduce yourself in such a marvelous fashion, proving that "so what do you do for a living" is no longer an acceptable icebreaker. Your relationships are growing stronger. Thank you very much. We also met someone new. Thank you, Go Bias, for being our test subject. Okay, let us see. We can't afford any lifetime reward just yet. But we do have almost $500. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go back home. And I'm going to try to see if I can afford a shower. A shower and a bed. That seems to be what we're going to need best. Because girl is struggling. She's tired. She's sweaty. You go water your plants, okay? Just come water. Come. Oh, she's too tired. Never mind. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do here. We need a bed. First and foremost, the cheapest bed we have is this one. She likes pink, so we could give her that one, but I'd like a nicer wood. Like this. But this one doesn't have the rose. Well, that's fine. We'll just give her the bed. Can we afford a shower? We cannot. Okay. That's fine. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get her a wall, 2 walls, 3 walls. No, we can't do 3. We can do 2. So that's what we're gonna do. And can we paint them? That'd be quite nice. Oops. We're gonna save. Yeah, so while we're building, let's discuss a little bit. So I've been playing The Sims 3 for a long time. Shall we say it's been close to 15 years? Because I know I didn't start immediately when The Sims came out, because I was 4 years old. Yes, I was a 4-year-old in 2009. But I did start playing when the rise of YouTube really was hitting off, shall we say. So about 2011, 2012, which would mean I've been playing for 13 years. On and off, of course, right? We always deal with the issue of having a streak, a binging streak, and then just not touching it for 3 months. Which is usually what happened, but I would like to be at least a little bit consistent with my upload schedule and essentially my gameplay. That way I don't get bored, and if I do have anybody that follows me, you know, they don't get disappointed by the fact that, hey, this girl never uploads, you know? Which is quite a problem in the Sims community. I did watch a lot of Sims YouTubers when I was like a few years ago when the Sims 3 Renaissance came about, and a lot of them would upload consistently for 2 months and then dip or just delete their channel. And I get it, mental health, right? I'm dealing with mental health issues too, so I understand. I just don't want to be like that. I want to make content and enjoy myself and have you guys enjoy me too, if there's anybody watching me, which there might not be, but that's fine. Let's read the little blurb for the gardening skill. Anything worth doing requires a little dirt under the fingernails, at least if you're a gardener. Marilyn should be prepared to fertilize, weed, water, and talk to every plant she encounters. Go forth, Marilyn, with the spade in hand. You now have some seeds in your inventory to plant. So, we do have extras. We have another apple, I think. We can plant that. And we have tomato seeds, which is great. We're gonna put that here. And a raisin. Or a grape, I guess. Sorry, we're used to seeing raisin in French here. Yes, I am Canadian. I am technically French Canadian, so I speak both French and English. So if you hear any mispronunciations, sorry. English is not my first language. It's not even my second, actually. Technically, it's my third. So I'm trying my best, but sometimes, as all non-native English speakers know, we do get that moment where we mispronounce something. And it's gonna happen. I know. That's how I am. So I'm just warning you guys. Let's see. Congratulations. Marilyn has just improved her gardening skill to level 2. Marilyn can now weed her garden plants. Better produce is on the way. See? Produce. I was gonna say that. Better produce is on the way. It's good. Okay. So let's see. We're gonna go back to bed. Right. It's 9 p.m. We're done. We've done everything we needed to. She's gonna get a good night's sleep. And so you sleep until 6 in the morning, girl. You deserve it. So yeah, I am technically not an Anglophone, and I've been, shall we say, I've been, shall we say, learning English through YouTube. That's kind of the big thing about me, is I've learned English through watching gaming Let's Plays like Minecraft and Sims, and also a lot of Markiplier, right? That's who I was watching for a long time. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut this here while Marilyn is sleeping, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next episode, in episode number 2, when Miss Ma'am is ready to go to work. So I'm going to wish you guys a good day, a good week, a good month, or however long it takes for me to get these out. Enjoy yourselves. Life is short. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.